We further have a tremendous number of amazing volunteers. Through their collaborative efforts of all these individuals, Denville is able to offer an incredible amount of quality services, programs, and events far greater than most communities. We'd also like to recognize two amazing volunteers. Business forced them to relocate to Denville, and for the last 30 years, they gave of themselves. And they are two of the many great volunteers that make our town such a very special place. Would Bob and Donna Ott please come forward? Sit next to each other. It's nice for the press to get your picture. It's a proclamation, and whereas Bob Ott is from Moose Bar, Pennsylvania, and Donna Ott is from Skokie, Illinois. I get it right? Good. And business brought them to New Jersey. And whereas in 1989, Bob and Donna Ott, showing great wisdom and the ability to judge the character of a community, selected Denville to raise their three sons, Christopher, Thomas, and Brian, in their Birch Run Avenue home. And whereas Bob and Donna Ott became active volunteers in their children's schools and recreational activities, and then went to their church, St. Mary's. And whereas Donna Ott is the parish secretary at St. Mary's Church, she is a warm and caring person who likes to get involved behind the scenes, who very quietly gets the job done. And whereas Bob Ott retired from the Sony Corporation, where he is the former Sony Corporation Emmy Award winner, he has acquired an expertise in electronics, computers, electricity, as well as innovative technology of video and sound systems. And with his knowledge, he is always willing to share his talents. He is a member of the Knights of Columbus, Ladies of the Lace Council, as well as Knights of Columbus Family of the Year. And whereas Donna is a member of the Denville Rotary Club, Bob is an honorary Rotarian. He's also the recipient of the Rotary Volunteer of the Year Award. Donna and Bob were the driving forces in the rewiring and installation of the new LED lighting, sound, and video system at Denville's Rotary Club Centerland. And whereas Bob and Donna Ott were also recipients of the Denville Pride Award, as well as the Chamber of Commerce Volunteer of the Year Award. They've also purchased and installed the sound system for St. Mary's Church. They have supplied an integral part in providing the sound system for the Chamber of Commerce events, including the open house block party, St. Francis Fall Festival, the street fairs, duck races, and other township events, to include all the centennial events. And whereas Bob Ott was responsible for the downtown music that was heard from the old trumpet speakers. Upon hearing about the town's new streetscape project, Bob Ott designed and installed a state-of-the-art music system for our community that would have made Walt Disney jealous. And whereas Bob Ott is retired, and Donna will soon be retired as well. Donna's mother is 97 years old and living in Illinois. Bob and Donna have raised their sons and now decided to move to Illinois to be near Donna's mom. And whereas moving of Bob and Donna Ott is more than losing two great Denville volunteers with special expertise, the town will be losing two warm, caring people who live a simple life, set an example of service to God, service to community, and how to be a friend to all. Now, therefore, I, Thomas W. Andes, Mayor of the Township of Denville, proclaim January 1st, 2020, Bob and Donna Ott Day in Denville, and I extend a heartfelt appreciation and sincere thanks to the Otts for their distinguished service to our community, and urge all citizens to pay special tribute to these very special people in our community. And I would like to present to them the key to the city, and remind them they will always be welcome home to Denville with open arms. We gotta take a break here for a second. Our beautification committee seems to outdo themselves year after year by planting magnificent floral displays throughout our downtown and community. They have an increased area for them to work around the First Avenue parking lot. I can hardly wait to see the stunning display of colorful plants and flowers they have planned for the corner garden and the plantings that will line the wall next spring. I would like to take a moment to thank our Social Service Director, Steve LeBlanica, and the Social Service Committee for all their great programs they run every single year. Each year they seem to outdo the last. I'd like to thank all the people who have donated food, toys, school supplies, and money. Most of all, I'd like to thank the American Legion Post 390, who are so generous every year, and every organization that helps out. And lastly, special thanks to the people at the Book and Bargain Barn. What these folks do for our community is utterly amazing. Somehow they take used books, clothes, knickknacks, and turn them into tens of thousands of dollars. And every year they donate it to various organizations and charitable events. They give us a check for $50,000 to social services. They're incredible. I would like to thank the Historical Society for the advances they made in saving the two-room schoolhouse, and congratulate the Aspen Farm Foundation for their preservation efforts at the farmhouse. This past September, they were able to open the house and host the 10th anniversary of Pathways to History reception. Our library is meeting the needs of ever-changing society. The advances in technology, computers, classes, and programs has a library bursting at the seams. Many of the programs are held at the town hall now in our community room because the library meeting room is just too small. Several years ago, the state passed a referendum for funding library expansions, but has not established the rules on how to distribute the funding. Our library is in the process of developing expansion plans. In doing so, I've asked them to develop these plans, being mindful of the possible impact on our community gardens. In 2010, Denville entered the Green Sustainability Program, earning the bronze level, and once again they did it in 2014. In 2017, Don Tidy and the Green Sustainability Committee took Denville to the silver level. It's very important that we take care of our planet, and as a community, we demonstrate to our children and grandchildren our commitment to do so. Earning this silver level was no easy task, as demonstrated by only a handful of towns statewide have achieved this certification. The gold level may be a reach, but I am committed to ensure we preserve our silver certificate. What level of certification we are able to achieve after silver will depend upon everyone's cooperation with the Green Team. At one point in time, our recycling was very profitable. However, during recent years, the value of recycled commodities has continued to decrease, requiring the township to pay surcharges to dispose of many items. The township recognized the trend in decreased returns in the recycling market, especially with the single-stream recycling instituted by the Morris County MUA. Due to the increased level of contamination of recyclables when they are all mixed together. 5 years ago, we coordinated so that both our garbage and recycling contracts would expire at the same time. In 2019, we went out to bid with many different collection alternatives with the intent to pick a garbage and recycling plan that would work best for our community. Dual stream cycling was the plan that was ultimately the most cost efficient for our community. Please take note of the curbside pickup schedule. Recycling will pick up each Wednesday. 1 week fiber, that would be paper and cardboard. The next week, commingled items, plastic, tin, aluminum, and glass. Since today is Wednesday and a holiday, tomorrow will be the makeup day for the first day of dual stream recycling. A calendar is on the website. It will be in the upcoming Hub Times newsletter, which should be delivered within the next 2 weeks. The biggest obstacle facing our community is affordable housing. Since 1975, the New Jersey Supreme Court has determined that municipalities have an obligation to facilitate the building of affordable housing. Every 10 years, each municipality has issued a number of affordable units they are obligated to provide. the reasonable opportunity to build. There have been 3 other previous rounds that were administered by the Council on Affordable Housing, or COA, as it became known. In an attempt to correct the process, Governor Christie refused to nominate members of COA when their terms expired, and ultimately COA was dissolved. The Fair Share Housing Center has been started to help people, but they have clearly lost their focus and appears to be a lobby group funded by residential construction companies whose goal is simply to build as many residential units as they can. After Governor Christie basically dissolved COA, the Fair Share Housing Center went to court demanding the courts intervene to enforce Supreme Court's Mount Laurel decision dating back to the 1970s. We are fortunate to have great people working together that continue to make Denville the finest place to live, work, raise a family, and retire. Thank you, and may God continue to send His blessings to the people of Denville, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. I state your name.
I, Tara Tony,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same,
true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the government established
and to the governments established
in the United
in
States
the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly
that
swear
I will impartially
that I will impartially
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of,
all the duties of the office of municipal clerk
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Mayor, if you could hold in place, I'd like you to administer the oath for our Director of Administration, Steve Ward, and our Municipal Attorney, John Jansen.
I'm sure you guys can do it together. I state your name. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will impartially
that I will impartially
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office of,
all duties of the office of Township Administrator
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
At this time, I would like our clerk to administer the oath of allegiance to any of our other appointed officials. I see Mr. Rusky is here, Mr. LaSalle, Mr. Agatino, Mr. Kassler, any of the members of the planning board or the Board of Adjustment, or any other volunteers that require being sworn into their capacity.
Would Mr. Rushy come up, and will all the volunteers just stand up? That would be easier. All right. I've done this before, John. Mr. Rushy will hold his hand on the Bible for the entire group, because just about half the people are going to stand up. I'll hold the Bible.
Everybody just wants to raise their right hand. I state your name.
Hi, Lou.
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I do further solemnly swear that I will impartially and justly perform all the duties of the office of, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
All of you in the audience that just stood, you are the true heroes of this community. I can't thank you enough for your volunteerism. It truly makes this community special. So thank you once again. And lastly, those of you that stood up in the audience to pledge, we have blanks here. I believe the mayor has some beverage in the community room for everybody after this meeting.
Nice refreshments there.
Yeah, so there's some light refreshments in the community room. We'd like you all to join us, but those of you that raised your hand and pledged, before you go, please come up here and sign your pledge. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Meeting's ended.
For instance, if that is the entrance into the room, I didn't indicate the door opening here, but anyhow, these two panels here not calling it frames. I should keep on saying frames. But anyhow,
Structure.
these two will be, we are going to create a big frame-like, and that it looks like a painting, but this is only information of what is taking place. Spring Fling,
So that's dedicated to...
that is dedicated just to
Welcome.
Orient or,
The welcome sign?
yeah,
Why didn't you choose this zigzag?
because of it has the self-supporting. That is why zigzag, I could not just have a straight line.
No, no.
Or this one. And the reason is we have photos and we have different type
Oh.
of
Media?
no, sales practice. One is an auction, one is a silent auction, and one is whatever.
Cash only.
Well, this is, you know, to have these options. That is why we have, I propose only here. That is up to the committee
I
to
think it's-
decide how they want it. There is very little time for us to do all that work, setting this up, plus hanging the thing. So I insisted that she has the paintings, all that is Donna Compton,
Yeah.
that she has all the painting, and that we in advance can already assign these areas where what painting goes. So people who help us will be there. Number 1 goes here, number 2 goes there.
Make a little map of them, yeah.
So it is,
Yeah, yeah.
that all needs to be, you know, I have been involved in the flower show, and I know
Oh, yeah,
Set up, yeah.
the setup.
yeah. The canvas, do you have enough square footage for that?
Yes.
17 times...
It's not
7
canvas.
times 3, I call it
Ah.
canvas, but whatever is high
Fab,
top,
just fabric.
heavy...
Fabric,
Yeah.
Polyester.
what do they call
Feels
it?
like.
Muslin?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's almost denim. No, no,
No, no.
it's just a
not-
heavy
It's like
cotton.
it feels like polyester and cotton, but
This is in itself,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be where you would put the paintings, I see now.
So,
Yeah.
right now, we got to paint this. Metal frames will be hidden behind. Metal or steel and iron will rust.
Don't
And
rust off,
it
okay.
is not a one-time affair. So I look forward. These are going to go into these frames. But they will be covered. We will not see them. That stuff is going to hide them. But we cannot hang the painting on that alone. That is why we need that.
Why use any fabric? Wood.
I want to create a museum-like atmosphere into a museum. And here now, there's the stark white
Always white.
wall, and so and the reason behind this, the colors that surround them are not competing with the painting. So everything is drawing you to the painting, not anything else that might
distract.
distract. They are hinged already, 3 of them together, and I wanted him to supply me with a 4th one that we create this kiosk-like. What you have there is 3 panels with hinges.
It's a very good education experience for his students. And
Yeah.
he's very proud of them, and he said, these frames are being put together by students.
Is one of the reasons that I involved them.
I think they should have a poster,
Yeah.
frames courtesy Votech students, just a shout out to them as a recognition. Good.
Well, I have only 10 grandchildren. One thing is for sure, not everybody reacts in the same fashion to what is being done or is being asked of them. And you got to figure out how you approach him, how you ask him to do certain things. I have to get it done before this weekend so everybody will see what they...
And what type of weld did you use on this?
MIG welding.
MIG, inert gas, or metal inert gas, but it's technically a false term. The crude standard is GMAW for gas metal arc welding.
This is the holes that they put in, so this is where the frames are supposed to be attached?
Yeah, the wooden frames.
Which they did today. How many holes do they put in?
There's 8 per, so you have 24 for that, and then the hinges, 48 holes in each setup. Dropped the hinges off till yesterday, so we can finally do those. Tapping those is tricky because we only have one tap, so we're trying not to break it. And then the smaller the tap, the harder it is to tap. So we have tiny little screws going in there, and people learn how to tap of putting threads in the metal.
So that's where the hinges are, that you did the tapping. Yeah. And so you look at it and there's actually 4 hinges per unit then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you gotta make sure you have the hinges clocked the correct position, otherwise they won't fold flat. If the flat side of the hinges on the outside, you'll have this weird buckle in it, or they'll bend the wrong direction.